Welcome to my channel. I'm the Idaho Foodie. Today we're going to be doing peach cobbler in a Dutch oven using charcoal briquettes. This is the recipe that basically started this channel that my son wanted me to do first. He's afraid of the Mack truck syndrome, that I would die before he would learn how to do this. Easy recipe. It's the first one I learned to do. Consists of 3 cans of peaches, could be in the light syrup or heavy syrup, 1 yellow or white cake mix, and basically 12 ounces of Sprite. This is a liter. Basically it was cheaper to buy the liter than it was to buy 6 cans, so basically 1 can of Sprite or 7-Up. We'll be using the number 8 10-inch Dutch oven, and you can tell that because it says number 8 10-inch. I guess I'm supposed to state the obvious over and over again to drag this out. This is a shallow. This is perfect for these ingredients. I've made this a lot. Even if you do have a fail, it's always good. Nice thing about Dutch oven cooking is the people that don't do it automatically assume that anything in a Dutch oven is good. But the people that do Dutch ovens are, of course, the critics. So anyway, without further ado, I'll get the peaches drained, get the coals started, and see you back in a minute. Okay, we're ready to go. The coals are hot. As you can see, we have a number 8 10-inch Dutch oven. So we want to do this cold, add all the ingredients in there before it gets hot. We add the coals after. We're shooting for 350 degrees, 8 to 10 on the bottom, 15 to 18 on the top. And if you're going to be cooking with a Dutch oven and you're in your house and you have your oven set on 350 degrees, stick your hand in there and learn what 350 degrees feels like. And if you go to cook Idaho potatoes, preferably Burbank russets, turn to 400 degrees, stick your hand in there, feel what 400 degrees feels like, and you'll be able to tell the difference. By doing that, I was able to determine my stove was not heating up correctly while I was trying to cook potatoes. So we got our 3 cans, basically 15¼ ounces. And you don't have to have all the syrup out of there, but most of it is. Something else I've learned during these videos, that people out there making videos do a really good job. This is not easy to do, especially when you get in the house and realize you didn't turn the mic on. So, in our generic brand cake mix, and you could also add cinnamon, lemon zest, blueberries, but it basically turns everything purple. Really doesn't add much flavor. And just kind of even that out. There are recipes where they put margarine on the top, or butter, or squeezable. I used to do that, but it just made hard spots on the top. Didn't really get anything. Wasn't much of a benefit. And if you're up camping, try to get your surface as level as possible. And on a side note, Dutch ovens, basically 1-pot meals. You could actually mix this on the side and put it in there, but that's kind of cheating. So now we'll move this off to the side and get our coals going. And I actually have a fancy pair of tongs for this, but don't know where that is at. So quiz, how many on the bottom? Said 8 to 10 on the bottom, you'd be correct. That chimney is hot. So we got that. And 15 and 18 on the top. Pretty close. And that should probably do it. Feels a little warm. Now, one of the tendencies for people to do is they get nervous and lift the lid. So when you're Dutch oven cooking, if you're looking, you're not cooking. So basically time and heat. So basically mark right now. I'm going to walk away from this for at least 30 minutes. Trust your nose. You'll be able to smell the cake in about 30 to 40 minutes. And my dog is digging one heck of a hole over there. So anyway, we're going to set it and forget it. If you're looking, you're not cooking. And we'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's been about 38 minutes since it's been cooking here, and I can smell the cake. So let's take a quick peek at this, see what we have going. Yep, that is done. So I'm going to get rid of my coals and we'll get this cooled off and I'll be right back. So one of the advantages of cast iron is, even though that felt a little hot at the beginning, the coals do dissipate on their heat and start to cool off, but the cast iron holds the heat. So even though we started out a little bit warm at the beginning, they cool off a little bit, but the cast iron holds the heat. And with these type of cobblers, you know, they don't have to be perfect, and actually the rustic look even helps it to be more appealing. And you can tell the way it's cooked up on the sides. We actually have cake there thanks to the Sprite and the carbonation. So now we're going to let it cool off a little bit and let it set up, and then we'll be ready to dish it up and see what it looks like. Okay, let's plate this up, see what we got today. If we had smell-o-vision, that would be nice. Waiting for Elon Musk to develop that. And I hear that crying out. We all scream for ice cream. If you're packed into the mountains, you don't always have that luxury. But being here right now. And there you go. Peach cobbler mode. Well, thanks for tuning in today. This was Idaho Foodie. This is the easiest peach cobbler to make, unless you're trying to film it. Then it's a little bit more difficult. But still turned out. And there you go. If you want to try recipes and you have a pan similar to that, throw it in your oven, set it at 350 degrees without a lid, so you can practice recipes right in your oven and not have to worry about charcoal. But if you want to do it with the charcoal, one recommendation is have an elevated surface so you're not having to bend over the whole time. That's a backbreaker. So anyway, this is Idaho Foodie signing off.